competition. You'll have so many different plans.
But now he's repeating himself.
No, I'm not repeating. No. I don't repeat myself.
You don't repeat yourself.
Here's the guy who repeats himself.
You repeat yourself every day.
I watched him, talking about repeating, I watched him repeat himself 5 times 4 weeks ago. And
I saw you repeat yourself 5 times 5 seconds ago.
I watched him.
Marco Rubio getting some shots in.
Meltdown on
Couple of
stage
body
like
blows.
I've never seen anybody.
Let's stay focused on the substance.
Couple of body blows there.
Well,
let's talk
I see him
about your
repeat himself
plan.
every night. It says 5 things. Everyone's dumb.
Senator
He's going to
Rubio.
make America great
Senator
again. We're
Rubio.
going to win.
Senator
He's
Rubio,
winning in the
please.
polls.
It's all true.
And the
Please
lines
stop.
around the state. Every night. Same thing.
Senator Rubio.
I tell the truth.
Senator Rubio, you will have time to respond if you would just let Mr. Trump respond to what you
he's
just
gonna give us
posed
his
to him.
plan now, right?
If you could talk a little bit more about your plan. I know you talked about
No,
the
we're going to
interstate.
have many different plans
Can you
because
give
there's
us
going to be
specifics?
competition.
Said it again.
There's going to be competition. There is going to be competition among all of the states and the insurance companies. They're going to have many, many different plans.
Is there anything else you would like to add to that? as part of
No,
your
there's
plan?
nothing to add. What's to add? What is to add?
Thank you both.
All right.
Governor Kasich, you've said
Roughly 65% of Republicans think Donald is not the right candidate to go against Hillary Clinton. Now, part of the reason is in the
85%
last
say
10
you. Big
polls
difference.
on Real Clear Politics, he's lost to Hillary on 8 of them. In the last 10 polls on Real Clear Politics, I either tie or beat Hillary. And this is an example. You know, the mainstream media is laying off Donald now. They're going to pick apart his taxes. They're going to pick apart his business deals. And let's take, for example, one of Hillary's great vulnerabilities, the corruption at the Clinton Foundation. The fact that she had CEOs and foreign companies giving her money while she was Secretary of State. The next Republican...
Beating him awfully badly in the polls.
But you're not
single
beating
one of them.
Hillary.
So
But
I
you're
don't
not
know.
beating
I don't-
Hillary.
Well, then if I can't beat her, you're really going to get killed, aren't you?
Oh,
So let me ask you this, because you're really getting beaten badly. I know you're...
Trump getting in his shot right there. And at that point in the time, the polls, these polls, were we to believe those polls at that time? You use the polls that are favorable to you and the ones that are unfavorable to you. What does everybody do? Those polls are crap. But I'm telling you what, in terms of coalescing around Ted Cruz at that time, it just was not going to happen. And there was no way that Ted Cruz was going to be able to even come close to beating Hillary Clinton. Those polls that he's talking about, they weren't even in the ballpark, folks. They were in the ballpark, very flawed. And the ones at that time with Trump losing to Hillary too, that's what was being shown as well. So Trump is right when he says, if I'm going to get killed, where do you think you're going to be?
Embarrassed. I know you're embarrassed, but keep fighting, keep swinging, man. Swing for the fences. Let me just tell you. The Trump University case, watched him melt down, and I'll tell you, it was one of the saddest things I've ever seen. He's not going down.
He thinks the Palestinian is a real estate deal.
And these people may even be tougher than Chris Christie, okay?
The Palestinians are not a real estate deal, Donald.
Okay, no. A deal,
They're not a real estate deal.
is a deal. Let me tell you,
A
I've
deal
learned
is
a
not
long
a deal
time
when you're
ago.
dealing with terrorists. Have you
You
ever
are not a
negotiated with terrorists?
negotiator. You are not a negotiator.
Wow,
And
the
if you're
crowd, the
thinking
people
you
at that
will
time, they were
never-
pushing Marco
You will never
Rubio.
bring peace. You will never bring peace.
Donald might be able to build
I wanna be
condos in
able-
the Palestinian
Excuse
areas,
me.
but he's not going to. This is
Excuse
not a
me,
real
I
estate
wanna be
deal.
able to bring peace. He will never be able to do it. I think I may be able to do it, although I will say this, probably the toughest deal of any kind is that particular deal.
Let's move on and talk about North Korea.
You are all talk and no
Name one
action. What
specific
I've
thing you've
seen
done.
up here, I mean, first of all, this guy's a choke artist and this guy's a liar. You have a combination.
guy always goes-
you have a combination of factors. He
That's
can't
double
do it for
whammy.
the obvious reason, and he
But
can't do
here's
it
the
because
typical
he
thing he
doesn't
does.
know how to tell the truth. Other than that, I rest my case.
This is the typical thing he does on any debate about policy.
One at a
He
time,
goes right for the outrageous
Governor
state
Kasich, you have the floor. Governor,
I get a response to that.
you will have a response, but I promise Governor Kasich he could respond.
I know politicians, believe it or not, better than you do, and it's not good.
Oh, I believe it. No, I believe you know politicians much better than I do because for 40 years you've been funding liberal Democratic politicians. And by the way, way,
I funded
the,
you.
the
I
reason
funded him.
You're welcome
Did
to
you
have
ever?
the check back.
I funded this guy.
Because let's
I
be
gave
clear.
him a check.
Yeah,
I
you
gave
gave me
him a check.
$5,000.
You never funded me.
And by the way, let's be clear. Donald claims to care
You know why? I didn't
about
want to, but he sent me his book with his autograph.
Donald, I understand rules
Mr.
are very
Trump,
hard
you're
for you.
doing
They're
a great
very
job.
confusing.
I have his book.
Okay,
Yeah, on your reality
Trump, you're
TV
doing a
show,
great
not
job.
in
Thank you,
Donald.
thank you for the book.
Donald.
Thank you for the book. Go ahead.
Donald, you can get back on
There's
your
a
meds
lot of fun
now.
up here tonight, I have to tell you. Thank you for the book. I really appreciate it.
Donald, relax.
Go ahead. I'm relaxed. You're
sent
the
him a
basket
book.
case. Go ahead. Go
Donald.
ahead. Don't get.
I'm telling you what, it was a show, folks. It was a show. Some people may have thought it was a show, but it certainly was a show. And I'm sure people around the world were looking at this and going, what the heck is going on? But the fact of the matter is that with everybody going after Trump, he just had to come up with a way in which he could fight off the attacks. And so sometimes, he did go personal, big time. But a lot of the times when he went personal, it was on things that had already occurred. Like the fact when Chris Christie literally just crucified Marco Rubio when he says, you keep repeating the same things. Now, Marco tried that on Trump, and Trump does go and repeat these things, but it just didn't work with Trump as it did with Marco at the time, as Christie literally took him out and capped him off at the knees. So that was down right there. And then Trump continuing to go after Ted Cruz and Cruz going after, Trump. I mean, when you've got 7, 8 people coming after you, I guess maybe your skin can get a little thin, and you've got to thicken up and fight back.
Get nervous.
My
I
name
promise you, Donald, there's
mentioned.
nothing about
I've
you
seen
that
you.
makes anyone nervous.
You're losing
people
so
are actually
badly.
watching this at
You
home.
don't know
Okay.
what's happening.
Gentlemen.
Wolf, I'm going to ask that my
We gotta
time not
stop
be deducted
this.
when
Time
he's
is up,
yelling
Wolf.
at
Gentlemen.
Take control.
Okay, now.
The latest debate,
Well, hold on.
gentlemen,
I'm going to
please.
get my answer. He doesn't get to
I
yell in
want
the
to
whole
move.
time.
I want to move on. These are the rules.
Excuse me. He
We're
called
moving
me
on.
You know
a
what?
liar
You
and then
should-
interrupted the whole time.
You've
Am I
had a
allowed
chance.
to-
Wow, Wolf just
Do I
completely.
not get a response?
You have-
You
you
should
Do I not
All
get a
three
response?
people
for
shouting at
taking
Wolf.
Plenty of response, so stand by.
My name was
I want to
mentioned.
talk. I want to talk about ISIS right now, and the federal government.
Marco went on Univision in Spanish and said he would not rescind President Obama's illegal executive amnesty on his first day in office. I have promised to rescind every single illegal executive action, including that one. And on the question, very quickly.
Well, first of all, I don't know how he knows what I said on Univision because he doesn't speak Spanish. And second of all, the other point that I
Ooh,
want-
there's a shot, and he comes back with this shot.
En español, si quieres.
Senator Cruz.
Hey, if you're going to make a comment like that you don't know a language, and the guy comes right back and basically speaks to you in a language you said that he doesn't know, and then asks you to respond in kind in turn, that was a very, very bad tactical mistake by, Marco Rubio. I mean, after that thing happened with Chris Christie, he literally was on a downhill trajectory. I mean, he was on a downhill trajectory to begin with, but it just went right off the cliff, literally.
What an incredible nation we have, that the son of a bartender and the son of a mailman and the son of a dishwasher and a successful businessman can all stand on this stage competing and asking for your support.
Well, they were coming. Call up Carrier, the president, because I have to do it myself. I know it's not. Oh, no,
That
it's only
was-
the same people coming down the stairs.
That was kind of frightening at that time when that happened. You saw Secret Service, they jumped right up there. Some guy was trying to get up on stage. I don't think there was any danger of any kind at all. I believe they took him off the stage, probably just tried to see what was happening at that point in time. And then he came right back afterwards. I don't think he was going to be stopped, folks, from coming back. Not Donald Trump. No way.
No, there's a remnant. Yeah, he's right there. Okay. Yeah, throw him out. Throw him out into the cold. You know, don't give them their coat. No coats. No coats. Confiscate their coat. You know, you can't win. By the way, just to finish, I had one word left. So that we put them in our jails. Because to put them in our jails, they didn't pay the electric bill. To put them, oh, I like that much better. Oh. Oh, that's so much better. Those lights were brutal. They come from the dishonest press? Where? Oh, don't turn them off. Forget it. Better, right? Don't turn them on. Don't turn the lights on, plus we save on electricity, right? And because the lights didn't work, I won't pay the rent, so we get better lighting and we don't pay the rent, right? Right? No, get those lights off. Off! Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Turn them off. Let's go.
Oh my God. He is just, there's never a dull moment. There's never a dull moment. I mean, if that had happened to anybody else and the lights had gone out, I mean, it would have meant absolutely nothing. Trump turns a light out situation into absolute sheer genius, political genius. Because people are going to be talking about saying it was going absolutely nuts. But at least I think, in a great way. I mean, he was just having a little bit of fun with the situation. Everybody else probably would have just been quiet, walked off the podium. They would have probably went off stage or said, you know what, find out what's going on, or can we see? I mean, Trump's basically saying, you know what, keep them off. We're saving on electric. We're saving on energy. Oh, and by the way, if the lights came off, then maybe we'll have something where we won't have to pay rent for this place because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Just classic Trump, folks. Classic Trump.
Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn them off.
Amazing. Look what he's doing. He gets him to do exactly
So
what he
much
wants.
nicer. No, that's the way we have to negotiate for our country. The biggest in the world, a Chinese bank. Don't worry about that baby. I love babies, though. I love babies. I hear that baby crying. I like it. What a baby.
Takes a baby situation.
What a beautiful baby.
Turns it
Don't
into
worry,
a
don't
positive.
The mom's running around like, don't worry about it, you know? It's young and beautiful and healthy, and that's what we want. Okay, but look. We have the piggy bank. They have ripped us to shreds. Ripped us absolutely to shreds. Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here. That's all right. Don't worry. I think she really believed me that I love having a baby crying while I'm speaking. That's okay. People don't understand. That's okay. You know, you have one guy over there shouting. We have thousands of people, and you'll read about him tomorrow. They'll say, oh, the room had a picket. All right, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please? Get him out of here. Throw him out.
A heckler in
We
the
had
crowd.
it the other day. I got criticized. We had it the other night. I had a lot of people, and one guy who was seriously obese. He complained when I mentioned that food stamps, we have a lot of people on food stamps. And the guy went crazy. And they said that wasn't politically correct. Who cares? We all have a weight problem. Yeah, you can get him out. Yeah, get him out. Get him the hell out of here. Get him out of here. Get out. Get him out of here.
Man, oh man, only Trump, within the confines of obviously people that like him, can get away with things like that. Anybody else? Well, he was definitely mercilessly attacked by the left whenever there were any hecklers in the crowd, and all kinds of things were happening. And he was telling people to get rid of them, escort those people out. Obviously, you can't have that kind of thing going on or whatever and stuff. But you saw what happened with some of the other things. Remember with what happened with Pelosi when the people came in and protested, and with some of the other Democratic people, they just stood there, like, deers in the headlight and didn't know what to do. Remember when AOC was confronted by all those people in New York City? She just spoke and she was drowned out and left. And I know the situations were a little different. It was more of a public place in terms of where those things happen. But in an arena like this thing here, when they're coming and heckling Joe Biden and everybody, I'm sure they're escorting those people out. The only difference is Biden is the one asking, telling them, hey, get rid of them, escort them out of here. We don't need them, those kind of things. Trump, he's up there out in front, in your face, doing it, saying it, being the person involved in starting, um, starting the situation in terms of where, he's saying, listen, get that guy out of here, you know, and saying all kinds of things that may be deemed politically incorrect. But to many of the people, politically incorrect is not the way that the world works. It isn't. Whether you want to, is it politically correct or politically incorrect? Most of the world thinks it should be politically correct. That's the way the liberals are doing. That's the way the alphabet media talks about it, that you have to be politically correct. Can't do anything wrong. Can't do what Trump is doing. That's not politically correct. And he gets slammed on it from the other side. But from the side that loves him, the side that wants him, says, you know what? Okay, that's fine. He's doing that because he's being attacked. But on the things that he's promising in terms of policies and other things, we're 100% behind that. Anyways, folks, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasser Sheikh Show. I've been your host. My name is Dr. Nasser. If you've done so already, we'd love for you to subscribe to the channel, like, share, and follow. You all know what to do. Take a look at our video links above and below. Comment. Let us know what you think. And as always, my final thought is, when you're right, and when you're left, you're wrong. Until next time, folks, take care and stay safe.